I'm back. All right, folks, I'll send out some new invites. Do. Wait. Hey, Lil Red. Hello, Donna. Hello, Anthony. Just sending out some invites again. Do. There's Tom. If anybody else wants one, they can ask. Hey, David Lopez. Hello.
I know how to enter now.
Actually, you're supposed to do what I tell you to do.
I know. You always tell me to do that, though.
Now I gotta go in my Gmail and.
Can't tell me.
God bless America.
Yeah, I just messaged the lady. They had the same thing happen. She's on timeout.
Yeah.
It's
just kind of it's
copyright.
Yeah, and it's stupid and irritating. Well, and this is just,
she wasn't
I don't know.
Showing anything. She had audio only going.
Whether it's
it all has to do with when they were killing that guy, It was just audio, though,
Yeah.
Apparently, YouTube is just losing its mind. I'm starting to get worried about Twitch, and now YouTube's losing its mind.
Yep.
They need some medicine. I don't know.
All right.
There we go.
Sun is not shining in my eyes anymore because we got leaves in the bushes. Yay. Man.
There we go.
For the bushes, leaves, man, it come right in my eyes. In the basement, the window.
Oh, yeah, everything's okay, David. Just somebody reported me because I apparently said nipple.
Or it might have been just a bot caught you.
Yep.
Maybe.
Because the last time they sent me anything, they said that they don't normally target on those reports, target people that's not monetized.
Yeah.
Because they're not losing anything out of it because you're not monetized. They're not losing commercials.
I've been taken down quite a few times.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's definitely some idiot flagging it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed that little live thing up there.
I mean, they've never took me down. All they ever do is send me a email saying that that video can never be monetized. And I'm like,
yeah.
What to do?
Yep.
So I gave a post.
I just fill out the little form, and that it has in the email to appeal it, and 15 minutes later it's back up. But I've lost all that watch time and shit. So
yeah.
Hang on, buddy.
Yeah, but like I said, just leave it up. Maybe somebody will rewatch it later. You'll get your time back.
Yep.
Since it was a short clip. Yeah.
I didn't think he'd be back that quick.
Oh, it don't take long.
Oh, I know.
There you go, Nick.
So I don't even know why they bother. I think when someone hits that report button, it should say, "Hey, there's 5 gazillion channels. Leave.
Right?
Go
Exactly.
elsewhere." Yeah. That's why I always tell people, why complain about something? If you don't like it, just walk away.
Yep. And if anybody wants to come up on panel, just let me know. I just didn't want to send out a million links again.
Yeah.
I'm over here making a cigarette again. If you wonder where I disappeared to,
Nick, he didn't go. He didn't go.
around my new switches.
Nick, he didn't go that way. He went that way.
I just
How's
wanted
that?
to use my switches. Why can't the wires work?
Shut up, you fucking weirdo. Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember that
Talking to me?
British program called Heartbeat?
There's no one here.
Who again? Say it one more time.
Heartbeat, based in Yorkshire.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember Claude Greengrass?
Yeah. That's who yeah. Yeah.
That's who Mike looks like.
Yeah. I know. I was gonna say that. Yeah. Mike looks just like him.
Who?
It's an
Always
actor
doing
from-
something shitty and always getting arrested by the police.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's an old British sitcom.
Oh. No wonder I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, and just to let you know, that's me being nice.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm used to being picked on.
Yeah,
On
yeah, you
Discord, I
said it.
sound like Tommy John. No. John Goodman on Discord.
Yeah.
I was told that. I didn't even know that.
What the fuck have you got in them cigarettes?
What?
What the fuck have you got in them cigarettes? Fucking pot.
Well, let me show you what it is. Because I got the bag right here.
Name your bucko.
All right.
Oh, shut up, Donny, you fucking old bitch.
It's the good
I mean,
stuff.
you old hag.
Good stuff. He
What
smoked
the
that
fuck's
harsh
that?
shit. Menthol. Woo! God.
Pipe. It's pipe tobacco, but it's really made for cigarettes.
There you go, man.
You know why they started selling quote pipe tobacco for cigarette smokers?
Yes.
Because it is
Government tax.
far less than cigarette tobacco.
Exactly. It's like type F, I think, or something. Instead of
And-
type.
Yeah, basically all they do is they cut it about half the length they would actual pipe tobacco. So it's still long enough to be called pipe tobacco and to be taxed as pipe tobacco instead of cigarette tobacco. If they cut it any shorter, it would be cigarette tobacco and it would be taxed like 10 times as much or some shit.
Yeah.
And the moisture content also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this shit's drier than hell anyway.
You know what I found? I'll show you. These work so good.
Oh,
Look at
these
it.
legs so
What
good.
the fuck is it? Oh, that's in the other bag. Hold on. I accidentally opened 2 bags. There it is.
Oh yeah, the water
pillow.
And it's a little Ziploc thing, and there's 2. They're stuck together, but they hold. You soak them in water for a couple minutes, and then stick them in the Ziploc baggie, and the Ziploc baggie has holes in it. And you stick it in your tobacco, and your tobacco stays moist. And they last through about 2 bags before I have to get it wet again. And I think I paid 59 cents for it. And
Yeah.
they're designed for use in humidors, but they work really good in a bag of tobacco.
I just let mine. I like it dry.
Oh, okay.
See,
If
dude,
I let the dehumidifier go off, it gets moist all by itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, it doesn't go through my electric machine unless I keep it moist. So
Well, that's the nice thing about the good stuff. It'll work really good because this is just a lever thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've seen them. They're all the same. Mine's a Top-O-Matic.
yeah,
Yeah, the Premier and all of them are about the same.
yeah. Hey, Seth.
My brother broke his from overpacking his.
Yep. Hey, Melissa. Welcome back.
hey,
Every once
Donna,
in a
you're
while,
just
I'll take
jealous.
the base off mine and clean it. You know?
Donna, there might be shit coming out of my mouth today, but I know what was coming out of your mouth.
Are you Scottish?
Who the fuck are you calling Scottish, you cheeky
Oh,
fucker?
Well, I don't know. I can't tell anymore. Neither. You must be from Australia.
Fuck off.
UK?
He's from Wales. He's
He's
Well,
Welsh. He's from Wales.
Right.
Wales.
okay.
You
Melissa,
cheeky fat
somebody,
fucking twat.
Well,
Melissa, somebody
Scotland
flagged it.
and
You
all
fuck.
them people sound to be the same. You know?
And I was being nice to you, you frigging cocksucker.
That's a good
You can
one.
go fuck yourself, you old fart.
But you gotta remember, we have so many accents here in America, we can't keep track of the rest of the world.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's not my fault. You're all fucking inbred like fucking Claude Greengrass look like.
It's just the tonality. Never
Well,
mind.
hey,
Let it
at
go.
least he didn't say Canada.
Yeah. I can tell a Canadian right off when they say a boot.
Depending on what area they are, they're easy to spot because everything ends with an A.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Corgi butt.
Yeah.
That
Everybody
looks a
loves
bit like
corgis.
Mike's face.
What? What's wrong with my face? Besides the chemo fucking
What's
hair.
fucking right with it? I bet when you were born, he slapped your face instead of your ass.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's how I used to tell people.
You're welcome.
I have a face only a mother could love.
I used to tell people.
Hey, Anthony, can you
I come
do
out so much ass,
Anthony,
the
can you,
doctor slapped me in the face.
Yeah.
Huh?
Anthony, can you do me a big favour?
What's that?
Can you do me a really big favour? Go and stick your dick in Donna's mouth to keep her quiet.
Well, that's not a favor. That's a pleasure.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. Had to do that later when the
Hey,
camera.
Mike,
Yes, sir.
don't take offence to what I say. I do mean every bit of it.
Okay.
Don't take offense, but I mean every word.
There's just some guy on the internet with a voice. I might think it's just a voice in my head because that's all, because I'm crazy. My Twitch name, not my Twitch name.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like I told my buddy.
I'm quite nuts.
I'm gonna tell you like I told my buddy. If I sound like a voice in your head, you got more problems than I thought.
Yeah. I might have littles in my pocket. See a little man on my shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody.
Yeah.
What happened to the other stream?
Got shut down.
Yep. For some reason.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I
At
got
least
mine
that
shut
mighty
down. I
word.
couldn't.
I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, naughty words.
Well, it happened twice. It happened to some other person I know today too.
There's nothing but swear words on my channel.
Right. I don't think it had anything to do with a swear word. The other one. It was some audio. Listening to a man get killed. Not a good thing, I guess. It's not.
All I
something
say
you
that
love on
people like
YouTube.
reporting channels.
But the reporting channels can show the riots. You know. They're special though.
Well, you'll be all right then, mate. You're definitely fucking special.
I mean, I'm
I
trying to
know
remember
that.
that one channel name. It was up for a while, and people were complaining. They finally took it down, but one of them was the looter live streaming while he was robbing the store.
Oh my God.
Oh, I know.
That's how retarded and brazen they got. They're sitting there living themselves while they're freaking looting the store.
Jesus.
Yeah, there was one. There was a big YouTuber that got arrested for looting.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah, I heard about that on my phone.
Yeah, and there's also
Yeah,
been a
Jake,
few that got
Jake
arrested.
Paul.
Yeah, there was a few that got arrested and had actors with them, known actors.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, it must have been in Hollywood, huh?
Yeah, that's the one over there that was in California.
Ah.
And then there was two known people in New York that was arrested in a group of them that was looting.
Getting that Gucci stuff, huh?
But they all screaming, "Oh, well, I'm just an innocent." No. If you're in a crowd of looters, there's other protests. No, when you're burning and stealing shit, you're a looter. Period.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shoot them.
Yeah, you ain't marching for shit. You're a fucking loser. Yeah. Just like they wouldn't show that film of that woman trying to back them off from fucking her place up. She's trying to say, well, one, I'm a black owner. I own this place. You're destroying my livelihood. And they beat the shit out of her. But you don't hear them talking about that, do you?
No.
No.
I didn't even see that on my phone.
And it was two little Antifa punks in full Antifa gear.
Yeah. Nothing. Oh, no. What's
That's okay. We got our orders now. Anybody wearing Antifa gets shot on sight. Period.
Really?
Yep. It ain't going to be no rubber bullet either.
Terrorist
Oh,
organization.
we don't put up with that shit here in this state.
I don't know what state you're in.
Louisiana.
Oh. I'm up here in Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
And after what they did to that church last night, I guarantee it's not going to happen. That order is going to be going around quite a bit.
Yeah.
The rubber bullets didn't work.
They burned the church?
Yeah, in Washington, D.C.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
They were mad because they couldn't make it to the White House, so they decided to go down the road and burn a church. But they're just protesting.
No, nothing to do with the protesters at all.
Uh-uh.
None of them people, even like up in like Madison, north of me,
Yeah.
the protesters kept going. And the thing that was over for an hour, and then where the reporter was, all of a sudden these people just started showing up out of nowhere, and they started looting and fucking pillaging.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Breaking, tipping over flower pots, busting them up, throwing rocks through windows. And like they robbed a jewelry store that's done a lot for the community. You know? Yeah. They broke the window and stole all the jewels.
I done told people 100 times, you ain't got to be ruthless. You shoot about the first 5 or 6 in the front. The rest of them will go home.
Yeah.
Because when they realize you're not playing with them no more, they don't want to get shot.
Oh, yeah. We got the National Guard out here now.
But then people like, but I said, as soon as they do that, oh, they're racist. They're shooting. I got bad news. Majority of the looters were white.
Exactly. That's the point I was trying to make earlier.
Now, in certain areas, you did have a lot of blacks doing it too, but most majority it's mixed.
Yeah, up in Madison, it was mostly college kid type black guys, but you know.
Well, yeah. Well,
mostly white guys, white women
taking advantage of it. Yeah. Like I said, you actually had protesters trying to protest, but between the rioters and the looters, it completely drowned it out. Yeah. Because once you start robbing and burning, nobody's going to listen to you.
Right.
Now you just
Susan.
What?
I hope you haven't got booze in that cup. I don't like it when you're drunk on your stream.
No, I got the booze in this cup.
Nick, it's called change channel, motherfucker.
I don't know shit about YouTube. I don't even know how to be a mod properly. I know how to do it on Twitch, but not
Hey,
here.
that's one thing, Susan. How come I've made you a mod on your channel, but you haven't made me a mod on yours?
I don't know. I quit making people mods probably 6 months ago. I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
Oh, bollocks to you then.
Oh, hang on.
Another lady modded me because I'm
find it.
naked.
Hang on.
Oh, please.
Okay. Jack, tell him what he wants. A brand new boxcar.
Boxcar. I got some boxcars over there. Little ones. Little bitty end scales.
Hey,
It's
it's
more cars.
Hey, it's good for 2 miles or until the exhaust burns it down.
End scale. I got my re-railers coming tomorrow or Wednesday. I guess you get the cars on the track without fiddling with them for half an hour because my fingers are screwed. I showed you them, didn't I?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop.
All right, Nick, type in chat.
Oh, what the fuck does Container Man look like?
I have my butt. That's what happened. I'm just kidding.
Have you seen what Container Man's done to his hair?
I hit my fingers too many times with a hammer. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm a bad carpenter. Extremely bad.
It's
I
called
found my
overload.
hammer.
Right.
I need to put a hat on. I gotta grab my hat in 1 minute. It's not very far. I'll put my other railroad hat on today. That way I gotta change my hats all the time, you know. We got so many hats I can wear a different one every day.
Oh,
It's a railroad hat. Oh, I gotta take my fucking headphones off.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to see what temperature it was in the house. We're having problems with our AC. I think a sensor is out because it won't shut off once it gets to the right temperature, but it's also taking forever to get to the right temperature. So, and we just had it recharged, so I don't know what's going on.
Don't know.
But
We got a brand new furnace last March.
nice.
We're thinking, oh boy, we're gonna need air conditioning. Oh, that's perfectly fine. They checked that out. Honest guys, you know. We got a really nice what the hell is it called?
oh, damn, you know what? I was thinking of that. When they were doing that shit in Austin, I should have drove over there, man. I could have used a new furnace unit.
Yeah.
Hey boys, throw one on the back of this truck.
Well, when I was down in Florida, they're got some weird shit down there. Heat pumps down there. It's like air conditioner heat pump all together.
Yeah, we have them here
Yeah.
too. Yeah, we
Yeah.
use heat pumps here too. But we really don't get a winter here, so you don't need much heat.
Right.
The heat pump.
Well, the weird thing was the year that I went down there, we had an 18-degree day in the North Florida, like north of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's like,
It was cold.
let me tell you a little secret about people. This a lot of people. My friend one winter up north lost his furnace. He had an oil burner furnace that went out, but he had 4 window units in his house. So I came over to visit, and they're all in the house, bundled up in the living room. Damn near, it's like 30 degrees in his fucking house. I said, bro, what's wrong? Well, my furnace broke, and I ain't gonna have the money till the end of the year. You know, when I get my income tax to get a new one. I said, bro, you got 4 fucking window units in your house. Turn them around. He said, what do you mean? I said, turn them around, turn them on, then turn them on the lowest setting and put your bucket up underneath the little drain tube so it don't drip all over your floor. Because what does an air conditioner do? It blows out cold air, throws hot heat out the back. The heat pump does the same thing. It's just there's a little valve in there that clicks over to make it run backwards. Where you take a window unit and turn it around, you just made a heat pump.
Don't some of them have like a little radiator in there too?
Yeah.
Hi, Colin.
Yep. Yeah, electric one, just in case it
I was
gets real cold.
curious because I helped my buddy put the furnace in here, so my brain started working when the guy was outside fixing hers, and I had to ask him. I go, "How does that thing work?" Because I'm from up north and I don't know.
Yeah, I worked on them all for a long time. I'm a licensed HVAC tech, but no, basically, like I said, it's just you reverse the flow, and it blows cold air outside and blows the heat inside. And then if it gets below a certain temperature, it has a heating element for backup just in case it can't handle it.
Right.
No.
Yeah, my buddy, he was
What the fuck?
doing furnaces for an outfit in Freeport. This was his out of area
Mm-hmm.
spot, but him and his boss were doing it on the side anyway. Well, it turned out the boss was stealing the furnaces. It was his actual boss.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we get it worked on, it's taken care of now, but every time we got it worked on before, it was like, this thing is stolen.
Yeah. That's why I tell people on a heat pump, the outside unit has a defroster unit on it, because if it run continuously, the outside would look like a block of ice.
Exactly, yeah.
So every once in a while, it has to shut the valve off and run the hot stuff through the whole system just to melt the ice off the outside unit. Yep. I mean, when you learn it, it's a neat little system because it does save a lot of money, because them electric heat strips cost you some money when they're lit up.
Right.
Because people don't realize, you know, I tell when it comes to the heat strips and stuff, I said, you're creating a dead short. That's all you're doing. You're creating a controlled dead short, which basically means your power meter out there is going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when Dan put this in, we got it at cost.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, he didn't care. I did some shit for him, you know.
But that's why a heat pump's so efficient, because normally when you run an air conditioner in your house, it's blowing cold air in the house and blowing hot air outside. You're basically just taking that process and flip-flopping it.
So we got a furnace in AC for, geez, what the hell was it? Less than $5,000. A Carrier furnace, too. At that time, Carriers were actually good. It lasted 20-some years. That's quite a long time.
Right, I'll catch you later. I'm going to get my head down.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy, Nick.
It probably would have lasted longer than that, but somebody didn't change the furnace filter when they said they were going to. It wasn't me.
Just got my summer withdrawal letter from the school. So I am officially withdrawn for the summer. That is a good thing. Try again in the fall.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's almost 8 o'clock. How long are you going to be?
I don't know. Not long. I'm actually getting tired, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta go.
Yeah, Lisa, and the Rodney King riots were not nationwide. That was LA.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah, that was on the West Coast.
Hey,
Yeah, it was supposed to be
Arcade.
all that way, yeah.
Good to see you. Take it easy.
Hello. See you later. Yeah. Yeah, but you know the sad thing is they're doing all this shit. I mean, I understand the main part, but they're letting all the opportunists blend in with them without stopping them. And the only problem is that, you know, people bitching about, you know, being locked down for this virus. If they kick martial law in, you think they were bitching. Wait till the martial law gets kicked in. You're really going to be bitching.
Right?
Because you can't even step off your fucking porch without permission.
Yep. Well,
It'd be like that movie with Denzel Washington.
I saw a picture of, it was New York City Fire Department memorial, and somebody had spray painted Black Lives Matter on it. And I'm like, you just made me not care about Black Lives Matter because you showed you don't care about the New York Fire Department. And I'm sorry,
Yeah,
the New
but
York Fire Department during 9/11 stepped up bigger than shit, and they deserve better than that.
yeah, and then you see what they did to the Veterans Memorial too.
Really?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Lisa, I did not know that you guys had riots in New York because of the Rodney King thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that tells you what I don't know. A lot.
Well, no, I mean it started off as a West Coast thing, but it did bleed into New York.
Well, some people will use anything to be disorderly, you know?
Oh, I know.
So,
They're opportunists. There's always going to be opportunists.
yep.
I told them. I said, you know, it's no different what the rest of them politicians doing. It's like, hey, watch this hand. Don't look over here. Watch this hand. Yeah.
So, okay, so what is the Insurrection Act? What does that mean?
Pretty
Actually, I have a little thing I can look it up on. Hold on.
Yeah.
That'd probably be the best
There's a
thing.
lot of stuff that gives him certain powers to do certain things. It's not good. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not good.
Okay, here we go. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is the United States federal law that governs the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to suppress civil disorder, insurrection, and rebellion.
Yep. Basically martial law.
Yeah.
Basically martial law.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm afraid I'm gonna pull this
See,
fucking thing down.
He'd been wanting to do that from the get-go, but everybody's like, oh, no, you're going to be considered a racist if you do it right now. Let them cool off. Let them blow some steam. But yet, you know, they never report that part. Even the Democrats were begging them not to do it. But yet they get on TV and say, well, he ain't doing nothing. Now he's going to do it, and everybody's going to fucking just shit their pants.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the rubber
What I hate
bullets
most about him was when he told people to go, what the hell, drink Lysol or something? I don't know.
Well, it's not going to be rubber bullets no more. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Don't do this at kids' home.
But, you know, I look this. If you're out on the street, I don't give a shit, reporter or not. You're not innocent. The thing is, half that shit, if y'all wouldn't be out there filming it, they wouldn't be fucking still pulling it.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah. Stay at home. Let the dumbasses get shot. More than the herd. Yeah. Six of them are in, I know six that that in Houston was doing that shit are in the hospital now because guess what they have? The coronavirus.
Wow.
Well, you think about it. Look at the news. All them kids out there just, not just kids. They keep saying kids, but it's just not kids either. It's adults too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some grown ass people, man. The ones I saw up in Madison. Some college kids.
Yeah, there's college
White
kids.
ladies.
There's a mixture of parents in there too with them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now 6 of them, like over in Dallas now, are in the just got admitted to the hospital today because they're sicker than a dog. Well, I guess so.
Wow.
Running
The
around
people
night
from
air.
Missouri that went to that big pool party. Half of them are sick.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people are doing that on purpose because they're doing the group thing. They're treating it just like they did chicken pox and shit.
Yeah.
Hang out
That's
and
not
get
how it
over
works.
it.
This ain't chicken pox, people.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had chicken pox because my mom refused to do that.
Oh shit, I have them. I got scars. I got scars from measles, scars from chicken pox.
I got the measles way before I was supposed to be able to get them.
Wow.
There's no way.
yeah,
He's a little
that's
baby. You can't have measles.
That's because they did herd. That's what they call herd deal. That's when I was a kid, one kid in the neighborhood got it. They put you together like a play date.
Yeah,
Herd immunity.
Yeah, herd immunity. Yeah. That
Yeah.
way it was done and over with. It wasn't no worried about so and so getting it 5-6 months later. You already had it, and if you survived, you survived. Yeah.
The thing is, when you get old, you end up with the shingles sometimes.
Only
Well,
if your
and if
immune
you get
system weak.
measles when you're young, actually, anytime you get the measles, it can render you sterile.
Yep.
Yeah. I had measles when I was a baby, so I wasn't affected.
Unfortunately, I had measles bad, but unfortunately, it didn't help me a bit because I got 10
I was
kids
too young to have
that I
them.
know of. Anyway.
Doctor, bring him in. As soon as she walked in the door, he goes, "Get him out. He's got the measles." And they had to scrub the whole place down.
Nah,
Pretty
not us.
funny.
They just took us
Never
all.
know you again, he said,
No, I'm not a spelling Nazi. I was just showing the spelling of the Marshall he was talking about.
Yeah.
I used to have a cat named Peavy that was named after a PV amp because when she was a little kitten, when we first got her, she used to curl up on my ex-husband's practice amp, and it was a PV amp.
I haven't heard that name in a long time, PV.
Yep.
That's an old amp.
That cat turned out to be psycho. I mean, like as in we ended up taking her back to the pound because she was attacking us, and they started watching her, and they called us 5 days later and said we put the cat down and did a necropsy on her, and she had the kitty equivalent of schizophrenia.
Oh, yeah.
And she was only like 4 months old.
My uncle had a cat that electrocuted itself in the amp. You remember the old tube amps?
Wow.
My uncle had to back off because it cooled better. And let the heat out. And the cat, one time they were in the garage doing their little jam session, and then all of a sudden all the breakers just and they were trying to figure out what was going on. They kept smelling something. They turned the amp around, and the cat was in there cooking to the goose.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know a guy and his wife to live up in somewhere in the east of Canada. What's that called?
Yeah.
Halifax? No.
Mm-hmm.
The town is called Halifax, but anyway. Yeah, she's stone deaf. So if she wants to enjoy music, she just sits on it, on the speaker.
So she feel the vibrations.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good vibrations. Oh.
I know a guitar player that's blind and deaf, but he plays the guitar, and that's how he feels he sits on the speaker down.
Well, that's how Beethoven did it. He would lay his head down on his piano and
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
Uh-uh.
No.
Ken used to have a Sun amp, SUNN.
Oh yeah.
It was a tube amp.
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. That's why they called it a sun amp, because when it was on, it looked like the sun glowing in the back of the sun bed. Now, you know, remember them old tube TVs? You turn it on, the back wall lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, in the wintertime, you know, if you need a little heat, they work just fine.
Because I kept pulling it as I was sitting.
I remember my granddad, you had this old red old
I had
tube
it down here to show the whole picture.
You used to stick one of them little 3.5-inch fans behind that thing to blow the heat out into the living room. That's how he heated his living room up when it was a mild winter.
Well, I had a bedroom over here years ago. I had a computer that was like, it had a really bad power supply in it. So thanks to the builder that built it, they put a used computer power supply in it. A piece
Yeah.
of shit. It was like throwing off so much goddamn heat. I thought it was the video card. No, it's the power supply. It would actually heat my room. And that's the coldest room in the house.
My question is, why did people stop using radiant heat?
What?
Radiant heat. A lot of houses used to have radiant heat through the whole entire floors.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, when they laid the last layer of concrete, they'd run that pipe.
Yeah.
And then you got a pump and a water heater pumping. Yeah. Yeah.
I know some shops that had that.
Yeah. I used to have, years ago when I lived up in Indiana, North Indiana, I had a house that still had radiant heat in it. And I'm going to tell you what, my gas furnace hardly ever came on because that heat coming off that floor kept the house nice.
Yeah.
Never had cold floors. You know what I'm talking about.
Never had cold feet either.
No, feet were never cold. Yeah.
The only thing my boss had said it wasn't in the shop that I worked for him, but it was a different shop they had. Once it got cool in the fall, he had to turn it on to get it cold, keep it warm in the shop, you know.
Yeah.
So it's warmed up for the winter. You know?
My buddy's getting ready to build a house, and me and him was talking about that, and he didn't even know that existed, and I showed him and told him how it's done. He's going to do his floor and the first 4 foot of each wall.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually watched somebody on some, like maybe Bob Vila.
Yeah.
Do it. I don't know. But it was a long time ago. It's kind of cool.
And I showed him how to do it, where you can do it with a low pressure deal and use 2 regular 40-gallon water heaters. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to go out and buy no $40,000-$50,000 system.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I told him even when he's hooking it up, let me know. I help him because it's not hard. Because up north, I used to hook them up all the time and work on the old ones, because the old one, the boiler system will go out and they're like, oh my God, now what I'm going to do? I ain't got $1,200 for a new boiler. I said, no. Just buy you a low pressure circulation pump and go get you 2 regular 40-gallon water heaters, and I'll show you how to run them. And they were like, hell, it worked better than the boiler system. I said, well, yeah, because it's a newer, more efficient heating system. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. And on top of that, now you got warm floors, warm house, and all the hot water you can ever use.
Yeah. I love this hot water heater we got in here now.
Yeah.
You can't get warm. You got to be in the shower like an extremely long time to get cold water.
Yeah. Well, see, I know how to do a circulation system to work. Soon you turn your hot water on, it's right there looking at you.
Oh, I want one of those. That's really a nice way to go.
Yep. Because, most time in a regular house, you build it by normal standard. Soon you turn the water on, you got to let the water run 6-7 minutes before you get even lukewarm. And that's all that water just down the drain.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to heat up a shower, you know what I mean?
Right.
Now, if you're taking a bath,
so they it doesn't take too long to warm up.
Yeah.
Oddly enough,
a lot of that radiant heat, I know a lot of them got away from it because they had the more galvanized pipe, you know, and after so many years, them things just rust and collapse. But now, you know, with PEX pipe and stuff, you can run that radiant heat and it'll never go bad on you because it's, you know, it's plastic pipe.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you don't have it off during the winter and let it swell up and pop, you know.
You know what one of the great things about this house is? The entire water line system has been recalled.
Yeah.
Because chlorine eats through the pipes. Eats
Yeah,
through
yeah,
whatever the pipe is made of.
yeah. They had that old gray flex pipe.
And basically, they say after 20 years, anytime it can fail. Well, the house was built in '93.
So you get new pipes for free?
No, because the original owners did not deal with the recall. What's up?
Oh, that was retarded.
I know.
Yeah, that's that old gray pipe they used to run in them things. I remember those shit, man. I replaced a lot of it with PEX pipe.
Yeah.
Pull that old skinny gray stuff out because it would, after about 20, 23 years, it would just
Once
start.
they crimp.
Yep.
My buddy used that in the travel trailers. That's what he started out in, and then he started in furnaces after he quit.
Yeah. Well, see, you ain't got crimp PEX pipe anymore, man. Now they got them shark bites, man. You just pop.
Yeah.
You're good to go. A little bit more expensive than the crimper deal, but hell, if you don't have that crimp tool is like $280. Yeah.
I gotta go get some
Of course, you can rent
plastic pipe at the hardware store so I can cut it off and make stuff for the model railroad.
Yeah.
Like instead of buying it, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, shark bites, man, I love them with a passion, man, because I have the tool to take it off. You know, like if I put it on and I need to remove it for whatever reason, I got that little tool slides in there and that thing just lets go. Yeah.
That's cool. It's amazing.
But what I like is if you got old copper pipe and you need to cut a section out and then run half copper and in the pipe, you can do it with them shark bites, you know.
Yeah. They just got to go figure out, go on a forum somewhere talking about railroad stuff and figure out what size they need.
What you making?
Huh?
What you making?
Like grain elevators.
Oh, what
I'm talking like, pipe.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Stuff. Then you can flatten part of it and you can put them together.
Yeah.
Instead of buying a kit for $50.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know a lot of people. Yeah. Depending on what scale size you have, depending on the pipe size you're going to need. Yeah.
But I just need to find out what size is proper. I could use things that I wanted because it's my railroad,
Right. Yeah. You use whatever material you want. You use PVC pipe, you use PEX pipe, you can use copper, aluminum. I mean,
yeah, it don't matter. Nobody gonna notice the difference. Once it's painted,
Yeah, a friend of mine took some aluminum pipe, made his, and he even took black paint and painted the little squares to make it look like it was separate panels.
Hell, back in the 90s, when I had a HO railroad, I made like tanks to hold fuel and stuff out of toilet paper rolls.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard, Yeah. Just toilet paper rolls and a little bit of tinfoil.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it was wrinkly or not. It's amazing.
You should have seen my neighbor. He took some 3 and 4 inch pipe and made he made 2 mock-ups of Scud missiles sitting on a launcher.
Cool.
And put them off to the side of his yard. He freaked the shit out of everybody because they looked so goddamn real. He even cut plastic, put the fins on it.
Oh my God.
It looked like he had a.
Guys, I gotta let the dogs out.
Okay. All right. He even put it out off the side yard like it was on a launcher with 2 of them side by side, tilted up in an angle. He had people hitting each other in the ass end trying to look.
Yeah.
Cops come up and say, "You might need to move that." He says, "It's my damn yard. Tell them to quit rubbernecking."
Exactly. It's
They
fake
want to
anyway.
look. If they want to look that hard, tell them to pull over and get out and look. You know,
Yeah.
he just did it to see if he can make them look real. Apparently, he did a good job, man, because people were freaking.
You ever play that game in the old days? Like, what is it called? Command and Conquer Generals?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was awesome.
yeah,
I still have a thing for that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
you had that one with the other guys have like Scud missiles. And you
Yep.
don't. That's pretty funny. I'd nuke the hell out of them all until they were gone. You know, I never
I
played
hate
with other people.
I play a game called River Combat, and you basically off the river, you got bases and stuff. And I remember I had this one base, and this group, you know, it was a clan group, was hitting me, trying to take my base from me. It's funny because I had the whole thing wired with nukes. And
Oh, geez.
I waited to the almost till they had my last turret gun shot down,
Yeah.
and I self-destruct. Took out all their troops that were around me there. They were all on there cussing me in chat. That's cheating. I'm like, it's part of the game, brother. It's called self-destruct.
Yeah. It's not cheating. It's called being smart.
Yeah. Well, I told him, if you look on your deal when you go to your base, way up there's a little cloud there, and you click on it, and it says self-destruct.
It's like one game I couldn't play. It was a Blizzard game called StarCraft. I couldn't play that. I couldn't deal with it.
And another one I used to play a lot was called.
Not in a game like that.
Where is it? I think I still have it up here. A lot of people ain't heard of this one. This is another game I used to play right here on PC.
Oh, yeah. I never heard of it either.
It's called Enemy Territory Quaker Wars.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a pretty damn neat game, man. That was back in, when was this thing out? I want to say it was like,
Look at the copyright on it.
yeah, that's what I'm looking at. (2002).
Yeah.
Yep.
I got my first computer in '99.
I mean, I can still play it. I just can't. I can't do the online deal because they basically after about I think it was up for about 15 years. They shut the server down. You know.
Yeah, I had a game. What the hell was it called? I can't think of it.
Of course, since they do that now, I play these.
Yeah.
I got into this because I'm a Star Wars nut, and I got Star Wars Battlefront and Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I have the movie. I just don't like the game.
Yeah.
My son loves it. He has it. But
Well, I piss a lot of people off on that Battlefront because I always play as Darth Vader.
yeah.
Hey, Brendan. I don't mind if you share news.
Was there one of them Star Wars games you could be Yoda and flip around?
Oh yeah, I can do it on Battle 2. Yeah, I can do that. You can play Yoda. You can pretty much play whoever you want.
Yeah.
Depending on your skill level, you can choose.
Right. I was watching it on YouTube for a little while. Yeah. But yeah, Dungeon Runner was pretty fun. But then they shut the servers down.
Yeah. We
had so much fun with it. Other people had bought up as many of them things they could get, for unlimited time.
Yeah.
And then they shut the server down. They were stuck. It was a good game, though.
Damn. There you go.
All right on, Brandon.
Yeah.
Nice.
I played like Diablo 2 for like 10 years. That was pretty fun. I played Diablo 3 now a little bit, but for this season, I got trains to run now, Any more cars.
Yeah, the sad thing about that, Brandon, and Blue Not Susan, they actually got people trying to stop that.
Yeah, I know.
Online casinos.
Yep.
And I know who is behind it. It's the ones that own the actual casinos.
Yep.
They're not doing it, but the people doing it, they're paying. I guarantee you that.
Yep.
Because, you know, it's hurt. You know, my thing is, if it's hurting your business that bad, you start doing it online too.
Yeah, no kidding.
You already got a household name, put it online too, like the rest of them.
Talking the ones where you can use real money online.
Oh yeah, there's casinos you can play for real money.
Well, a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
them are,
Bonnie
a lot
actually
of
got
them
into that.
a lot of them are actually you play, like I used to do all sorts of ones that like you watch videos and you get 10 scratch tickets and you can win actual cash doing that, you know, and you don't pay anything, so it's not illegal.
Right.
But the ones that like where you pay money and it's like a real casino like that, a lot of those have been shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie got into that and she like charged up her credit card and had to have her dad bail her out.
Oh geez.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've been in the casino. I'm one of them people. I go to the casino once in a while. I bring so much money with me, and that's it. I don't bring any cards. I bring a certain amount of cash. Once that cash is gone, I'm gone.
Yep.
And usually I go just play at least 30 minutes. And the reason I do that because I get 30 minutes on my card, I get the buffet for free.
Yep.
Yeah. I go downstairs, eat me a good dinner, and go home. I had fun. I ate, got free drinks, went home. You know.
Right.
But I've been in there and I've watched people go back to those ATMs in the corner over. Oh, just $5 more, $5 more. And then when they get to the end of the month, I can't pay my light bill. I can't pay my rent.
I had a friend who was bitching to me that she had no money and it was only the middle of the month. And I'm like, well, you get the same amount I do for SSI. Don't you use a budget? And she goes, well, yeah, but I went to the casino. And I'm like, okay, but I have entertainment in my budget. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I went to the ATM 3 times and I'm like, and how much did you draw out? She goes, $100 each time. And I'm like, okay. And you weren't thinking about your bills? And she goes, no, I just figured if I put another $100 in, I'd win something. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's their logic.
Is that?
Yeah, that's their logic in their head. A couple, $50 more, $100 more, I'll win it back and then some. And then they leave broke.
Like, we got casinos up there, and we've never actually went there with our own money, but we went and saw, goddamn, I don't know how they do it down by you, but there's like these condo things, you know. Yeah. They're not condos, but, you know, timeshares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll give you a free mini TV and $20 to go to the casino if you come up and talk to us. We never fucking bought.
Yeah.
Never bought, you know.
I went to one of those timeshare things and we were supposed to get a microwave and 2 plane tickets.
They ripped you off.
Plane tickets, they wanted us to pay $400 to redeem the thing for so-called free plane tickets. And the microwave, they wanted us to pay $50 to redeem the thing for a free microwave. And I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, no. I went to one of them. They actually gave the microwaves there, but the microwave was barely big enough to get a coffee mug in.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
You know, it was one of them like little
mini TV. I
took like a dorm microwave. You know what I'm talking about? A little shoe box. You know, one like one of them little square dollar TV dinners you can stick in there and a cup of coffee. That was about it.
I got the little mini TV. It ran on battery. It took an ice machine a couple times and fucking threw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Couldn't pick up shit.
Yeah, the ladies, oh yeah, you come in and listen to the meeting and stuff, and at the end you get a microwave. And I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do. I was walking around, I done blew my money in the casino that I was gonna spend. I was like, hell, I'll sit down, listen to me, get me a microwave.
You know, they got our name.
Under one arm.
Yeah, you walk along the mall and you see a thing. Oh, sign up here for a free car. You know, a chance to win a free car. That's how they get your name.
Oh yeah, and everybody in your brother-in-law starts calling you and sending you shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that, man. I mean, I'm serious. Like a cup this size, I couldn't even get in that. That would be too tall for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the car warranty people that keep calling my phone.
You know how you stop that?
Talk, and then I look at them when I'm done, and I go, "Guess what, Mister? I don't have a car."
Yeah.
You know how you stop them from calling you? This is what I did. Because they were literally calling me twice a day. Chloe,
Yeah.
quit licking the floor. And I said, the last time they called, I said, okay, you guys have called me twice a day for the last 2 months. And
Yeah.
I've repeatedly asked you to remove my number from your list. The next time you call, I'm calling the state's attorney general and I'm filing a harassment complaint.
Exactly.
And
Never
they
called
have
you
not
again,
called
did they?
me since.
Oh yeah, I had one call me a while back. Said, "Sir, we've noticed your warranty is about to expire on your Chevy Impala. Would you like to extend it?" I said, "Ma'am, I bought that thing in 2009. The warranty's been gone a long time."
Right? Yeah, I have a 2003 Mazda that they kept asking if I wanted to extend the warranty, and I'm like, you stupid fuckers! It hasn't had a warranty since probably 2006.
Tell me you have a 1969 Beetle. Yeah, you want a warranty on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her later, I said, "No, man, I don't. If something happened to it right now, I'm just gonna stick a rag in it and light it up."
Oh, speaking of that, you know what happened to my Dodge Dakota on the way back from? Well, after I was getting ready to go to Florida, come home from Florida. You know the metal brake lines.
Yeah.
Run underneath the truck. They rusted away. I had
Oh,
no
yeah.
brake for 1,200 miles. None.
Well, a lot of that's because they don't use coated lines, and if you live in a salt belt, it'll eat right through them.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help the fact that I live in Wisconsin and I drove all the way to Vermont and then back again, and she wouldn't lend me $5 to go wash the damn thing.
Dude.
And then it sat for 3 years in the garage,
chat in a
rotting
while.
away. Then I went to Florida.
Yeah.
So all the kinds of salt together.
Yep. Salt air. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's surprising it lasted that long. The body wasn't rusty at all. But the frame and everything else had weird ass rust on it.
That's one thing I can say here. The summers get hot sometimes. I can't stand them, but at least wintertime, I never have to worry about driving on salty roads because
You're in
we
Texas,
don't
right?
never freeze or snow here. So.
Texas?
Huh?
You're in Texas?
Louisiana, South Louisiana.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Donna. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go play nurse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I always got a kick out of there. Like, ma'am. I remember the good ones when they try to get me to get an extended warranty on the truck. On a Dodge truck. It's a 96. It's got 358,000 miles on it. Still runs good. But the lady's like, "Oh, we see you got a Dodge truck." And I said, "Yes, man." She said, "Well, how would you like an extended warranty?" And I said, "Ma'am, do you realize it's a 1996 Dodge with a 360, Magnum in it that's got 350? Oh, well, we can't warranty something that high." And I said, "Well, I didn't think you could." And I said,
Dakota had this. That's
it'd be a suicide for you to warranty something with 350,000 miles.
Yeah.
But I can still get in that truck, crank it, and go. You know,
the damn Dakota had a good motor in it. I ran that fucker out of oil in Texas and it didn't blow up.
Yeah.
You know, coming ran out of oil, I hit an overdrive hauling a trailer.
What year was it?
95.
That's a Magnum. That's why it didn't blow up.
Yeah.
I think now if you would have had one of the newer ones, the Hemi, the aluminum, yeah, that son bitch would have been south on you fast.
Yeah.
That's what's in my old Dodge, is a 360 Magnum, man. That thing is a diehard, man.
Yeah.
That's before Fiat got their hands on Dodge.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, first Daimler, Chrysler, and then Fiat. And,
Yeah. Well, yeah, they wasn't too bad when they went to Chrysler. At least they were still using the original Dodge engines. But when that Fiat took over, they started putting all that plastic shit in it. And
right.
then they went to the full aluminum block, aluminum head Hemi, which, don't get me wrong, they're running, love them. but you overheat them slightly one time, you're done.
My first car ever was a '69 Sport Satellite.
Yeah.
It's like a Roadrunner, basically. It had a 2-barrel carb, but it had a posi and a 383. That son of a bitch was a damn good car until the trunk rusted out.
Well, that's like my 360 and my Dodge. Last time I had to have top end took off because the only trouble I ever had with it was that plenum gasket, on that bottom plate. And
Yeah.
I took the plenum off. I took that steel plate and I chunked it in the fucking woods. Went and got me a new gaskets, and I had me a new plate cut out of 1/4-inch aluminum because I couldn't see having steel against aluminum. That's two different fluctuations of metal.
Galling.
Yeah.
It's like some of the Dakotas. They got an aluminum block and steel bolts going in it.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
It eats each other.
It eats right up.
Yeah.
Welcome
It's like
back, Melissa.
kind of. It's like like when you got stainless steel bolts, because we used to work with stainless steel when I was like making trailers once in a while for a manure truck, and if you get stainless steel bolts, and you try to use like an impact on them, you're done.
Yeah.
Seat right up.
Yep.
Got to use hand tools.
Well,
They shift ruin a whole bunch of them. We had to break them off by hand at night. The night shift got to do everything.
I just got a Facebook message from Muggsy, and it was a thing, basically a link saying get 2 free Big Macs from McDonald's, and I'm like I'm stupid enough to click on that link. Right.
On my computer.
Yeah.
One of them was because of the goddamn Tobacco General. Get a reward from a thing, I clicked on it. Now I got niche survey popping up all the time.
Oh, geez.
I can't get rid of it either.
Hell? Do you have what is it called? Malware bites?
Oh, yeah.
It basically goes through your computer and gets rid of the malware. That's what that is.
Yeah.
If you look at Malware Bytes, it's a free program.
I have it. I had the pro version.
Okay.
It doesn't pick up niche survey.
Oh, wow. Irritating.
I'd have to go get the Swedish one and run that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it though.
Well, there's one called a Fix-It stick that I've know several people that have used, and it's picked up malware that other stuff haven't, and it's like $19.95 or $29.95 or something.
I saw ads for that. Yeah.
And that one's supposed to be pretty good. I'm thinking about getting one and putting it into my old laptop and into the other computer and seeing if it fixes the problems.
Yeah. Well, what you told me is viruses don't find you. You find them.
Yep. You got to click on something or download something or
you got to look at this. Even when they have stuff to help stop that, you got to realize when they come out with that to stop it, then the hackers outdo that.
Yep.
And then they have to fight that. And then it's a constant game. And then half the time, if you look into it deep enough, the same one that sold you the software to stop it is the same asshole that made the fucking hackware.
Yep.
Probably.
Oh yeah, it's happened. They've done called them. Like, okay, I'll give you a fine example. Bell Electronics made radar detectors for cops, to catch you speeding.
Right.
And then before they knew it, they were selling the detectors to the public. Bell Electronics. Yeah.
Yep.
They were selling the radars and the detectors. They were getting money from both ends. Kind of like a gun runner, he sells.
Oh yeah, why not?
It's kind of like a gun runner. He sells to the military and he sells to the one you're fighting.
Yeah.
Yep.
People don't know that too. People's like, well, how did so-and-so get our guns over there? Well, the company that manufactures sells it to our military and then turns around and sells it to the guerrilla fighters.
Or we sell it to Israel, and then they sell it to the wherever.
Right. Or we supply like I said, we supply Israel or even Kuwait and all them. We supply ammo and guns to them, and then the ISIS end up with them.
Yeah, I learned that
Yep.
from Tom
Gunrunners
Clancy.
don't care as long as this is flowing in their bank account. They don't care who's got that.
Yep.
Who got
I
that?
learned that from a Tom Clancy movie.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it though. It wasn't Clear and Present Danger. It was like the Sum of All Fears.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh, they've had a couple of movies about gun. That one, oh God, with that chubby guy, does comedies all the time. But he was in one where he was a gun runner, and it was kind of a comedy. But if you watch the movie, what they were portraying actually happens every day. Somebody will invent a weapon and sell it to both sides.
Yeah.
Because they look at it this way. Well, I sold it to you. It's fair that I sell it to them. That way you be on equal grounds. That's how they okay it in their brain.
I wonder how long it's going to be before I get my mask. Did I tell you that? One of my Twitch friends, she's a leather worker. She's going to send me a mask.
Yeah.
It was like the other day, probably last night. I get all confused. But she's on lockdown right now. She can't go to the post office. So when she can, she'll send it,
Yeah.
I might have an extra one. I have to think about where it is, but if she can't get out to the post office anytime like in the next week, let me know because I can probably get one to you in a couple days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you definitely need one.
Yeah. I don't go out much, but how about I just, after I get down here, I'll just send you my addresses so you know.
You can put it in private chat.
Oh.
And then only me and you and Anthony can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it in 3 stages. Let's see. My name.
Yeah.
Make sure you're in private chat.
Yeah. Don't put it in main chat.
Melissa, check your Hangouts. I sent you a link if you want one.
What are you doing, my girl?
Yeah.
Not my baby girl.
Let me get something to write this down with.
Yeah, my baby girl. You wake up from that. You wake up
Here.
from that. Lazy bone. Wake up from your nap. Lazy. Yeah, lazy girl. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna write it right there.
There, it's in there now.
Okay, I see it. How do you say your last name?
McEwen.
No, you didn't give your phone number. How?
Oh,
McEwen. Okay.
I sent it to somebody else then. Oh, it must have been the lady I was modding for. She was confused.
Why does that always freak little dogs out?
I don't know.
You do that hog sound and they're like, what the?
I know.
And their eyes get that big, like, what?
Freaked out the collie and the. Well, he's a Sheltie, but he's a giant Sheltie.
Yeah.
And Jack Russell was like, rah, rah.
Mike, are you anywhere near Toma?
No, I'm in Janesville.
Okay.
We're
Okay,
like, because like Toma is up north.
Yeah.
It's like
okay.
northwest.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like
I had
15 miles from the border.
okay. I had relatives that lived in Toma, so
Oh. Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna actually put a note in my phone to look for that mask and send it off to you.
Okay. Because, she forgot once, she'll probably forget again,
Well, and the other thing is it doesn't hurt to have more than one. So you can like throw one in I wash them in the dishwasher. It's, or you can wash them in the washing machine, either way. But, you can be washing one and wearing the other one if you need to. So let me throw this in my. What's that?
Is this one you made?
No, it's one I actually ordered. It's like a nice professional one. It's got the filter and the little holes, plastic holes, all that shit. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I keep seeing people out and about with these black ones on with the little filter thing on the side.
Yep. That's what this
Wow,
is.
where'd you get those?
Except I think this one might be. I don't know what color it is. It's either purple or red.
It don't matter. It don't matter if it's purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. Or
Oh,
red.
awesome.
It don't matter. It don't matter. My favorite color, magenta. Or fuchsia.
Oh, nice.
Not fuchsia, but magenta. The actual purple one. The really bright one from the 70s, you know?
Okay, I've got it in my phone. So, Donna, you should actually be wearing a mask too with some of your health problems. I wear one because of my asthma and just kind of in general health problems that they don't really know what's wrong. So I
got one from
several.
the hospital, but it was too small, so I gave it to the wife, ex-wife.
Oh, there you go.
It's a kid-sized one. I got a huge head, obviously, but
Yeah.
it fit her perfect, you know. I asked her, "Did you wear a mask?" Yeah. When she goes to the grocery store. All I got is a few of the paper ones from the doctor still.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well, even those paper ones,
they fuck up my glasses.
the paper. Yeah. Well, any of them are going to fog up your glasses. That's the problem with them.
Yeah.
But the paper ones, you can actually. Yeah, and the one that I'm going to send you, if I can find it, actually has a kind of a moldable nose piece.
Okay.
So you can actually shape it. But those paper ones, you can actually sanitize them if you just spray them with at least 50% or at least 65% alcohol. Just throw a little alcohol in a spray bottle, spray it, let it air dry, and it's a clean mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway.
Still throwing them all over the parking lot.
Save them because I didn't have any left, you know.
But yeah, like Donna says, even a bandana is better than nothing.
Yeah. You know, I used to have like 20 bandanas. You think I can find any of them?
Yeah.
I had a Wisconsin Badgers one and a bunch of red and white ones and blue ones, and, you know, with the little thingies on them.
Yeah.
The would have. I can't find none of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
What kills me is people go in the stores and gripe because they don't have the throwaway mask. But you go out in the parking lot, and every time they go leave, you see them take it off, throw it out the window in the parking lot.
Right.
The parking lot could be covered in masks, but yet they bitch because there's none in the store. I'm like, stop throwing them away. You can reuse them.
Yeah.
We've actually now Walmart, Sam's Club, all those places, even like the dollar store has masks now.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about back when they were scared. Yeah.
And everybody's got hand sanitizer now, but you still can't find like Lysol or, you know,
bleach.
But when I moved, I found 3 huge, brand new, not used spray bottles of Lysol cleaner.
Yeah. No, the only thing we've been having trouble with in this area is, like you said, Lysol. You know, the actual Lysol disinfectant spray. But bleach, we got bleach coming out, right? Of course, we got 2 chemical plants here that make bleach, so
yeah.
It'd be, you know, and we also have 2 paper mills. It'd be kind of like if we didn't have toilet paper and bleach. It'd be like, huh?
Anthony, did you say you had bleach coming out your ass?
Well,
that would be painful.
Yeah. Well, hey,
why do people bleach their asshole?
It's the new thing. Bleach your ass.
Oh, no. Now we got to get Lisa back in here to do an anal bleaching stream.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't understand what the fuck is
coming at your ass. You're doing it wrong.
What is the hell is the point of that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because some people, I guess, feel self-conscious when other people see them have a brown butthole.
It's supposed to be brown.
Frankly, that's what color it's supposed to be.
But listen, okay, listen, okay. If you got someone that's anywhere near or poking your brown spot, let me tell you, they don't give a shit what color it is. They're poking,
Right?
okay? They don't.
Unless it's brown because it isn't white.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah, Lee, I forgot them. Just put it on the counter. I'll come get them in a second. Yeah, you know, it'd be kind of like you pull up with a pink Ferrari and say, and me go, well, I'm not going to drive it because it's pink. It's a Ferrari. I'm going to get in that bitch and drive it.
I drive it.
Right?
Yeah.
I drive it every goddamn day. I don't care what color it is.
Hey, look, even as a straight guy or even as a gay guy, ain't nobody going to have someone bend over and go, oh, I can't do that. It's brown. You got to bleach it.
I used to have like, you know, shirts from the Dairy Expert that one year they were pink. I wore it fishing all the time. I didn't want to wear it to work because I didn't want holes in it. But I wore it fishing.
Yeah.
Because if I drowned, they could see me from a mile away.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there ain't a guy in the world going to say, well, I can't poke at it. It's brown.
I know, right?
It's nowhere.
No, if it's not a man, no.
Yeah. No, he's just going to look down and say, hold on, here it comes.
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to bump that. I keep forgetting it's there. Dreams, folks.
Yeah.
They're open again.
That'd be funny. Yeah. That'd be a nice comedy skit. Baby, I'm sorry. I was going to nail you, but, you know, it's brown. I'm turning off.
Said, never probably no man about it. I can't really sing it on here, but, you know.
Yeah.
Donna, I don't even want to know the tattoo so-called artist that would tattoo a butthole. That's all I gotta say about that.
No, I don't think
That's
so.
a shitty job.
But you know, I've seen like Homer Simpson done right down on the coochie, whatever they call it nowadays.
Well, you know what? That could be neat though if there's a bunch of little arrows pointing that says "poke here."
Sorry, I meant Lisa, not Donna.
I mean, think about it. That would be kind of funny. You go to and you see little arrows pointing the tattoos and it says "poke here."
Oh yeah, Twitch. I know she's got like
if it was a thing and people had
skin on her back.
I would have a big X across mine.
Yeah. No, one of the red deals with the slash. No,
yeah, right?
Just don't make it with that. Yeah.
Okay. We had this for a little while till they outlawed it. Did y'all ever have those people that was putting the whistlers in their mufflers?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that was so freaking. You see these cars at the light, and then they step on it. I'm like, what the?
One of our streets here, the address, Mineral Point there.
Yeah.
It's an arterial street, so people just think they got to drive by here at 50 miles an hour for some reason.
Yeah.
But then when, you know, everybody's got an app on their phone, once the cop stops here on the other street, set up with radar, then everybody knows he's there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you what, Lisa. If you're getting a tattoo around your asshole, you're either one tough son of a bitch or you was one drugged up son of a bitch.
Exactly.
Hang on a second. I'm talking to my tattoo artist here, right? Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me shoot some lidocaine up my ass.
Yeah. Hold on. You're going to feel a slight pinch. And we'll numb it up.
Right?
It only hurt
Like
for a
a man
little
that's there
while.
poking all around, you know. Slap you on the ass. You feel that? No. Okay.
She was sober.
It'll be
Holy
worse getting
shit.
down the old way.
If she was sober, she a tough motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you, man.
When they use the bamboo stick. It was a hammer. The old time way.
Okay, there was a well one time exploded by me, and a piece of the shrapnel hit me between my butthole and the tang between my nutsack. Okay, and I screamed and cried for freaking a week like a little baby. That shit hurt. I could just imagine somebody sitting there with a needle gun.
I imagine. Well, you heard earlier, I got hit in the nads a couple times with a piece of wood off the saw that I had because I'm an idiot, Doing it the wrong way, obviously. It was an old saw. I didn't have the right stuff.
Oh no, Lisa, you ain't got to throw me. I believe you. I'm telling you, that's a tough SOB. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're outside again.
No, I've been hitting.
Yep.
You ain't got to worry about mosquitoes out there, I bet.
No, it's actually cooler inside, but I'm waiting for somebody to come over.
Yeah, it's funny. You still got daylight.
Not yet, and
it's pitch black here.
Man, it's dark here. It's like, oh, yeah. Jesus Christ, it's almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And she got daylight. I'm looking at my door. It's pitch black outside.
The weird thing is, you guys are in the same time zone.
No, we're basically right. I'm basically above Anthony, but we're in Mountain Time. He's in Central Time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. But hey, no. But see, you got to realize it can't be daylight where you're at, Susan. You're right above me. It's flat Earth. It should be sun all the way down to here.
Yeah.
See, right there, people. Here's an example. If I turn my camera, that window's black as Ace of Space. She's just north of me. Good ways, but she's north of me. She got daylight. That shows you right there. There's a fucking curve.
Exactly. Flat Earth people,
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's perfectly round because, believe it or not, it's not round. It's not perfectly round, but it is.
No, it's not perfectly round.
Yeah. What is the human race? We have a round world, but we make everything straight.
Yeah.
Boxes, quarters. Yeah. Everything's gonna be level.
Yeah.
Never understood the human race.
Do you remember the movie? What the hell is it? Something of the Gods or
Chariots of the Gods?
It was basically
Chariots of the Gods. Chariots of the Gods.
No, it wasn't that. It was basically an indigenous guy, I think in Australia, who found a glass bottle. And after he found it, all sorts of weird stuff started happening in his village. So he went on a trek to the edge of the world to get rid of the bottle. And along the way, he ran into some Caucasian men, and the gods must be crazy.
The gods must
that
be crazy.
Movie.
I'm gonna have to.
And then there was the gods must be crazy part 2. But I loved it when he, at the end of the gods must be crazy, when he finally went through all these adventures. He learned how to drive a Jeep, all this stuff, and he throws the bottle off this cliff where the cliff is higher than the clouds. And he gets there, throws the bottle off, and they show the bottle falling, and it falls into a huge city.
Oh,
yeah, it was a good movie. I appreciated that.
I forgot all about that. The gods are crazy.
That's probably where they got the Jurassic Park thing with the last little frozen embryo thing in the shaving cream can.
Yeah.
Well, it's like at.
Dear God. Okay, so it's not exactly on the butthole. It's just above the butthole.
Okay.
It's still the area of the butthole. Okay.
Anywhere down there,
Damn.
too close.
Way too close for comfort.
Between the nads and the butthole, out of bounds. Anywhere,
Hey, I knew a
my
dude.
waist.
I knew a
My
dude
waist
got a
back.
I know a dude that got a 3.5-inch tattoo in circumference all the way around on the back of his nuts.
What the hell? Why?
Who knows?
Like you're just gonna put that out in a bar and show it to somebody to impress them or what?
But my
Look
thing
what
is,
I did.
but my thing is, this is where I got him though. I said, "Why did you tattoo the back of your nuts?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, okay, most women are not going to see the back end of you, so that either says you like men sticking in your ass and you're giving them something to look at as they swing, or you ain't telling us something."
Okay, I'll be right back. I will be right back.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, 'cause, I told her, I said, if you're a straight guy like you say you are, wouldn't you put it in the front so she can see it as she's coming toward it?
Yeah, you'd think.
Not unless you one of them weird fuckers like your asshole licked and you gave her something to look at while she was licking it. But
It's like the tramp stamps in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I love those.
yeah,
Like Chris, she had like Ivy tattooed right here on her.
yeah.
I mean, what do you call this? Above her boobs.
Let me tell you about tattoos. I don't have one. I always wanted to one, but I have none of them nowhere in my entire body. And I'll tell you why. My grandfather, when I was a kid, had a tattoo of Marilyn Monroe right here.
Yeah.
Just her bust, from her shoulders up. When he got about 97, it looked like fucking Winston Churchill.
Yeah, I can picture that.
Yeah, it went from Marilyn Monroe to Winston Churchill. And I was like, ooh, no.
Like there's a guy in here called Fluffy Talks. You heard him? He gets the worst. He's funny. The worst tattoos ever. You're really dumb at Walmart. You're really dumb at this. You're dumb at that.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't seen him in years. He's still funny.
Well, that's like that deal I seen a while back on Facebook. There was a guy, he had piercings from here to here, had holes in the side of his mouth, had gauges in his ear, had spikes across his skull, tattoos all over his face and his neck, and then he's holding a sign. And they won't give me a job because I look like this. And I'm thinking, well, who the fuck wants you in the front of their business?
Exactly.
Unless you was working at some kind of tattoo parlor or maybe like Rural 21 or someplace like that. But you're not going to be in front of a high dollar place scaring the shit out of the kids and the women. Okay.
Or even, I wouldn't even hire him at McDonald's.
Well, yeah, because little kid going there. What you want, baby? I want to.
Yeah. I don't even go to McDonald's much. The only thing I eat there that I actually like is like their fish sandwich.
But my thing is, hey, it's your body. You do what you want with it. But the thing is, don't get mad when someone says, "I can't hire you looking like that."
Well, I'm on blood thinners, so I really can't anyway. But
right.
I probably bleed out, from the tattoo.
Yeah. I don't know. I always wanted to get one. It's just, I just couldn't bring because my grandfather always preached to us about marking your body.
Right.
But yeah, he had one himself. But
right. Well, he's a wise man. Then if you tell him not to.
But like I said, that's what threw me off because I watched it as he aged. Like I said, it you could tell it was pretty much when I was noticing it, I was at the age to where it was starting to droop. He still looked like Marilyn Monroe, but I swear to God, when we buried that man at 97, it looked like Winston Churchill sitting on his.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, man. Marilyn, you let yourself go.
Oh, yeah. Damn shame she had to die so young,
Yeah.
I actually think the CIA killed her.
Well, yeah, because she knew too much.
Yeah. I think the CIA.
I mean, he was the main man squeeze. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Well, he was JFK was a fairly decent president,
But you know what killed me though? You remember he was messing with Marilyn Monroe. You seen his wife.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with him? I think his wife was 3 times better looking than Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. If I had a wife like that, they'd have to pay me to leave the house.
Exactly. Me too.
Sir, you got to work. No, I'm working at home. No, sir, you got to go get a real job.
Yep.
Yeah, I could never. Don't get me wrong, Marilyn Monroe was impressive. I give her that, but not compared to Jackie. I'm sorry.
My whole entire life, I had one skinny girlfriend.
Yeah.
One in Texas, right? And it turns out that should have never happened because she lied and lied and lied. And then I found out she stole my medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I gave her one of them one time. Next thing I know, the whole bottle disappeared. And they magically reappeared.
I know. My first wife I divorced. That's what happened to me and her. Because even when I had medication I had to take on a regular basis, like you said, that's how it starts off. You offer them one just to be nice, and then all of a sudden their brain, that means they can go into it anytime they want.
Yeah, she had fiber the same as me,
Yeah.
And then,
like I tell people when, and I tell people when I first met her, she was smoking weed. I knew that. I had no problem with weed.
I had no problem with weed.
But when she started getting on the fucking meth and the crank and all that other, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for that kind of a habit. And the fact that I knew I didn't have the money to support a habit like that, but yet she kept trying to find ways of getting it. And I said, you're either sucking them or fucking them.
Right.
And I don't want nothing to do with that.
No.
Yeah.
You're going to get something you don't want.
Yeah. So I took me, my stuff, my kids, and I left.
I don't blame you.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
But yeah. Yeah, it's funny how you offer it you offer it to them at one time, and it's like, oh, I can do it anytime I want.
The funny part about it was my boss had her begged, It's like the one I've done in Texas, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't like her. And
well, my dad did too. My dad used to come all the time.
This morning, she's the only one that had a key to my apartment, right?
Yeah.
And I moved my bed clear across the room so I could make sure I didn't have it under the bed by accident, Yeah. And that's where she claimed she found it. I don't think it was under the bed. Do you? No.
Hey, Gaffa.
My dad tried to. Yeah. My dad tried to warn me about it.
I'm going to get it filled now.
You got to remember, because when me and her first got married, that was in '89, and she had a job, and she was making $32 an hour, and we was always broke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And my dad was like, son, something ain't adding up. He says, you're working. Of course, I was only making about maybe like $9.50, $8.
Yeah.
Which that was above minimum wage. But she was making almost 30 something, almost damn near 35 an hour, basically. So she also had benefits. And we was broke. And I was like, well, I knew she did weed, but I know damn well weed don't cost that much.
Right. Not even know.
Right?
Yeah. Next thing I found out, her youngest sister is one that come. She was actually. She goes, I can't lie to you no more. She's buying fucking crank and coke and she was doing more than just freaking weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, nope, I'm out. Yeah.
I had done one like that too. I really liked her too. She had really nice black hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was smoking crack. I'm like, no.
Well, like I said, I started putting 2 and 2 together and adding it up, and I'm like, between what I made and her made, there's no way to support a habit like she was going through and feeding her friends. you know. And I was like, that means one or two things. You're either sucking them or sleeping with them. And I don't need that shit.
That's right.
Yeah. So I bailed. Took my kids and I bailed. Of course, I went to jail for taking the kid.
Shit happens.
Why did you go to jail for taking the kids?
Because that's the way the stupid laws are written. The mama's always right. The daddy's an asshole.
That's right.
Yep.
So I got charged for kidnapping my own son.
Wow.
Of course,
I belong to a group here in South Dakota that supports the rights of fathers. Because my own ex-husband was a way better parent than I was at the time. And we didn't argue about who got the kids. He got the kids. Yeah. I was way too unstable at the time to even think about raising kids by myself. Yeah. And I know people here in South Dakota that have gotten like totally screwed over because they were guys.
Yep.
And I mean, we've got a former neighbor that his wife was doing all sorts of drugs, and maybe it was just his girlfriend, I think maybe, but they had 2 kids together, and one was an infant, like a tiny infant, when finally the ex or his girlfriend, whatever she was, finally went to jail. And that was the only way he got the kids, but he went to jail because she claimed he beat her up, and he was the one with marks on him.
Yep.
Hey, Tom Brown, good to see you.
And no, baby, they did not change that law because in some states, if she mentions that you were abusive, even if you're not, you're fucked.
Yep.
Yeah. The only thing you might luck out is get a good enough lawyer or get a judge that you know, like when my first one tried to bring me back to court on the third time to get more money, that even that judge was a woman judge and looked at her and said, "You're an idiot." Yeah, because I was giving her way more than I was giving her way more than I was supposed to. So they judge, you know, when you go to court, they judge by everybody's income of who's doing what and who's working where and all that. And I was giving her like $500 to $600 a month and show proof that I was giving it to her because I always gave it to her in a money order. That way I knew she had to cash it. That way it'd leave a paper trail. I never gave her cash. And then I had all my receipts, you know, all documented. And then when she got done with the judgment, she got $149 a month.
Ken was paying almost $500 a month, and Tanya took him not to court. It was basically in front of like a lawyer, basically.
The lawyer,
it wasn't even a judge. It's not even a judge. It's you just go to a lawyer and they hear it and then they make a determination. That's how they do it here. It's kind of weird, but we took our proof or Ken took his proof of his income, which was basically almost nothing at the time. And his child support had been based on his income he was making like 2 years before. Right. And so when he took that in, his child support got knocked from over $500 down to the lowest it could possibly be, which was $215 a month. She screwed herself by trying to get more money.
Yeah, well, that's what my first one tried to do to me. She let someone convince her, you know, hey, you know, you take in court, you can get more money you get now, you know, and he'll be forced to pay it. He can't just pay it when he wants, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. She got what, and then she come crying to me after it was over, and I'm like, you did it?
Yep.
This was the crazy part. You know, I got a call when Junior was sick. Dad, can I come live at your house? I want to get put in a foster home. Like, yeah. I hadn't seen him in years because she just made it fucking difficult, you know. And so he came to live with me. So he was living with me because she couldn't handle him. Because, you know, she'd promise him shit and, you know, he's sick. Promise him shit and then he'd get upset because she didn't follow through with it, you know.
Yeah.
And That's a normal kid thing. Even
Yeah.
our social worker said that, you know. But so anyway, I ended up paying until we got it. She's actually signed a. She thought she was signing over custody. It was dual joint custody, right?
Mhm.
And she had the judge mad at her and her social worker mad at her right in the it wasn't the courtroom, but it was like the hearing room, you know. Finally, the judge, he goes, look at me, look at here, Missy. If you don't sign it right now, I'm going to hold you in contempt.
Wow.
You know, like, I don't
Yeah.
know if I should.
Hey, aviation fan.
But then I
That's
ended up
pretty
still
crazy.
paying for like 6 months or 9 months, paying child support
Yep.
in the state because it didn't get changed yet.
We had
But then I knew a judge through my boss. He fixed it without telling me.
Ken's daughter for a summer, and we paid child support the entire summer. And we even went to DHS and said, "Hey, she's with us. Can we get like food stamps? Can we get anything?" And they were like, "Nope." And until their mom actually puts in writing that she's not in her custody, you still have to pay child support. So it was up to the mom to say, "Hey, I don't want the money anymore." Really? Nobody's going to do that.
Right. It's scary. But yeah, thank God my boss at the time knew
Oh, gotcha, Tom. Take it easy.
a judge because we stored his car, you know. And he wanted me to take him fishing, teach him fishing. And then Todd told him the story, but I'm still having to pay child support. That magic it got fixed. I didn't even know about it, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I knew about it years later because the jackass at the child support thing is like, who is the judge that fixed this? It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know who that was? It was my art teacher's husband.
Well,
But, he didn't know that.
Yeah. But like you said, like you were saying, so she never did that because that's what happened to my first wife. I had my kid with me and everything was hunky-dory, but when the state found out he was actually with me in another state, they slowly took her food stamps, took her Section 8. All of a sudden, now she wanted to be a mom.
yep. Because it benefited her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, even through all that stuff, she kept custody and failed the drug test twice.
Wow.
They had her court order where she had to go in so often to take the test.
Yeah.
But yet they kept the kid with her. And I'm like, really?
It makes no sense.
Yeah, that's how fucked up the system is sometimes.
Yep. Well, it's sad that we live in a society where custody of a child is based on gender of the parent and not who is more capable of raising that child.
Right.
I know a lot of moms who are way fucked up and should not have custody of their children.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
an example of how screwed up my first wife was. If you had a 5-year-old or 6-year-old and he pulled a butter knife on you, what would you do?
I'd whoop
I
his
put
ass.
him over my freaking knee and spank him.
We know what she did? She called the police.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they took him up to Mendota for testing. That's where they take crazy people, Like, what the hell is wrong with you, And, he came here and he was like a model child.
Hell, my dad would have whooped
He had
me.
actual rules here,
Yeah.
My dad would have whooped me and damn near made me eat that knife.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had a dad. I'll be honest with you. I've never had a dad. I was born out of wedlock. Never had a dad. I'm glad I didn't have a dad.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, of course, I knew his name, but, my ex-wife, she works at a bank. She was waiting on him every day. Couldn't tell me. Waiting on him every week.
Yeah.
Until he got paid. But then after he died, last summer.
Nice answer, aviation fan. If a 6-year-old pulled a butter knife on me, I would hand him the bread and tell them to make me a sandwich while they're at it.
Yeah. But yeah, then she could tell me after he passed away. But
Wow.
I never saw a dime from that man either.
Nope.
He got away with it. I'd have been in prison.
Yep. Hey, we had sheriff show up at our house twice because Ken was like $2,500 behind in child support, and his ex-wife reported it, and the sheriff showed up with a written order that we had to pay within 3 days or he would get put in jail. And it's like, if he's in jail, how's he supposed to fucking pay it?
Yeah, exactly.
So stupid.
And then when you do get out, if you do get out, you're farther behind than you was when you went in.
Exactly, Anthony.
And the problem was that his boss at the time said, "Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and make the payments for you," and he never made a single payment and didn't tell Ken that he wasn't paying it.
Oh,
no.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another situation where I'm really grateful to my parents and the money that I inherited from my grandma.
I mean, if I had to do it all over again, the night I met my first wife, I would never want to went out that day to that bar where I met her.
Wow.
If I ever, but shit happens. Hindsight is 20/20.
Well, and you learn from every relationship and every experience. And I mean, I was married for 9 years, and then I had a 9-year relationship, and now Ken and I have been together for 8 years. And in every relationship, I have learned something important, and I've learned how to do better. And so, I don't really regret any of the relationships. I regret things I did in those relationships, but I don't regret the relationships themselves. I mean, I got my 2 beautiful children with my ex-husband. I can't regret that at all. And I did have good memories with my ex-boyfriend. Just the last couple of years were hell, and I had to get the fuck out because he was turning into an asshole.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when he put his
all
hand
over
around
again,
my...
marry a lesbian. I'm serious. How's that fob out there? I walked away for a minute and something popped up on my screen. The thingy. The green thingy. The little booger. The thing you sent me the invite with?
Hang out.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly, Donna.
I might have bumped it with my leg or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I try to learn something from every relationship, and and it's brought me to where I'm at now, where I'm not thinking about the next relationship. I'm thinking, how do I make this one better?
I don't know if I can agree with making me wiser, because there's a few of them I was sitting to myself going, what the fuck was you thinking?
Well, yeah, okay, I've got a few of those, but the long-term ones,
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're doing. There's a few of them.
The second one up there, they're raised the junior pretty much.
Yeah.
That's good over. Oh, man, he had some crooked ass teeth, too. Holy shit. Braces are perfect straight now. Braces cost us $4,000, though.
I don't know. Every relationship I ever had, my biggest pet peeve is I don't argue over petty shit. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your effort.
Oh, that's the first one we do, too.
But there's some people that think petty shit means a lot. And I'm like, no, it don't.
Well, that was something I learned over the course of the last 2 relationships. And so, yeah, I try not to do that now.
Yeah. I'm just saying, there's some, that old saying, pick your battles. Know when to pick your battle.
Yep.
I took her to Rockford Speedway because the boss, they were having an enduro race, and one of the guys was in it, and my boss wasn't. He had a Quapple's Travis Quapple's dad is actually the boss, you know. Actual NASCAR racer.
Yep.
But he was a kid then, or not even more, and I can't remember. But anyway, so the first wife goes to that with us, wouldn't sit with the other. I'm on the pit crew. You know, I can't be up there sitting with you when I'm on the pit crew. So she wouldn't sit with the other girls. Why, I don't know. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
No one ever includes me. Yeah, they did. They offered you to come and sit with them.
Yeah.
Donna, you're right. Everybody has their own idea of what is petty and what is important. So that is true. It's something to think about.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said that some people think it is important.
But
Yeah, don't
I
take
think
the rent money and buy shit you don't need either.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. To me, petty shit, if it doesn't sustain to your health, your financial situation, or your well-being, it's petty.
well, and the other thing is, instead of arguing about whatever the subject, have a
Disagree.
conversation. Actually sit down and say, okay, we need to talk about this like adults and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
You know,
Even if you just
approach-
disagree, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you approach any situation like that, you're generally going to get a better response, have that conversation, and probably figure it out.
Yeah.
The
So,
only yelling that goes on here now is because we're both deaf. Going by your story earlier, you know. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's a bonus, though. Because she
Granddaughter,
goes,
why are you talking so loud?
I love you, sweetie.
Granddaughter is like, why are you talking so loud? Because we can. We're deaf and we're old. You know. So way we can hear each other. But she's getting forgetful. She hope she doesn't get Alzheimer's. That's what her dad had.
oh yeah, And that
keep
is-
an eye on things.
that is genetic. So,
Yeah.
my best friend, her husband, his mom had it, his dad had it, his aunts and uncles on both sides had it. So it's like 100% he's going to get it. And she's just already watching him, paying attention and reading up on it, learning everything she can so that when that time comes, she's ready.
It's a sad thing. I love Grant, her dad.
It's
It's
horrible
sad
to watch
watching him
somebody
slip
fade away like that.
You know, never swore a day in his life, as far as I know. He started swearing in church, shit like that. And they gave him a pass because, you know, they knew he was sick, you know. But then, you know, I babysat him a couple times when she had to go somewhere, like, and he'd be sitting there looking at the Reader's Digest and never turn a page
Yep.
the whole time. I
Yep.
read that page 50 times because she was gone like 4 hours. Every 10 minutes, I was like, Carolyn, she's been gone a long time.
Well,
Think
it's
she'll be home soon. She's only been gone
Donna,
5 minutes.
Don, it's not quite martial law, but he's got the right to call martial law because of the act that he just enacted. I had a great uncle that had Alzheimer's, and I watched my great aunt help him and deal with him as long as she could until she had to put him in a nursing home. And then after he was put in the nursing home, it was just, he faded away so fast.
It was a lot easier for me than it was for her or her sister. You know, because it wasn't my dad, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And he responded to me better to me, you know, than he did with them, you know.
Yep.
Get them all mixed up. The worst thing was when she put his stuff out for church on the bed and he come out dressed in his wife's dress. His wife was dead. Yeah. He had no clue. He had no clue.
My great uncle got violent. That's why they ended up having to put him in a nursing home, because he was actually hurting my great aunt.
Oh no.
And But I mean, it was within 3 months after they put him in the nursing home that he passed away. It just,
They ended up having a caretaker, a lady, come and like take care of him every day, and he like did really well with her, so he didn't have to go in a nursing home, But then I forget what happened. He passed away eventually. He
Yep.
wasn't around at that time, So,
yep.
but it's kind of scary. But
Yeah.
she has a couple forgetful moments. Like she forgot the collie on the porch one day. She had him out and then went to work. I was like, good thing I was here. I let him
Yep.
in. Forgot to feed him one day, so I fed the dogs, Well, shit happens.
Yep.
Sometimes when you worry about something, it just makes it worse,
Yeah. You just deal with things one day at a time, and
Yeah. But she was a bank teller, and she doesn't forget stuff at work, so.
yeah. How long has she been a bank teller?
Well, quite a long time now. At this bank, almost 12 years? No, 8 years. 8 years at this bank. She was a teller at another bank for a while, but then, but she wasn't like, she used to work for like Bank One, Chase. She was like in loan operations, but then they moved all that to Milwaukee or wherever.
Yeah.
And then she ended up,
Yeah.
on.
It was like my great uncle he could sit and tell you about like all the different things that he did in the military and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
but he didn't remember to feed the dog because he'd only had the dog for 2 years.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
His long-term
Oh, yeah.
memory is intact.
yep.
Grant would tell me stories about, what the hell, they had that drought back in like 36 or something. He could tell me stories all about that. It was kind of neat because I never heard that story before,
Yep. My grandpa, I'm adopted, and I got the chance to meet my birth grandpa one time, and he was already in some of the later stages of Alzheimer's. But that day, my birth mom and I drove up to the house that he shared with one of his daughters, and he was waiting for me, and he gave me a big hug. And at that time, I was 28, and he told me, he said, I have been waiting 28 years to hold my granddaughter.
Wow.
And we sat for like 8 hours and talked, and I lit his cigarettes for him all day long, and he told me stories about my mom when she was little, and he told me about the day that I was born and his memories of it, and he was just, they said he had not been that lucid in 3 years, and he died about 6 months later.
Yeah.
But it was just like that day he was sharp as a tack. He knew who my mom was. He knew who my aunt was. It was just the perfect day. It was so cool.
That moment where they're really lucid, I want to say. I don't know the right word.
That's like my grandpa on my mom's side. He hadn't seen me in like 22 years, and he had never seen none of my 7 kids. So me, my 7 kids, and my wife went to visit him, and he was tickled pink, man. But like you said, people said he hadn't been that aware, just like he opened up. But but the funny thing is, after we went and visited him, we spent about a week there, and he died 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some people like been in a nursing home, they're not responding. Right before they die, they become really lucid, I guess you want to say.
Yeah.
And then, like, within a day or two, they die,
Yep.
And I know a nurse that works at a nursing home, and they had a cat there. If the cat went in your room, you're going to pass away,
Yep. I've
heard multiple nurses say that.
Oh yeah. I've heard that about several different nursing homes. We've got one in this area that they've actually got a dog that does that same thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Dogs are pretty smart too.
Who, Doug? Oh, yeah. I ain't even said nothing about him. I got a friend named Doug, man. His dad got dementia, started showing signs of it. He ended up killing his wife.
Oh, wow.
Sad thing is, he don't even remember,
Right.
And it's sad because they basically put him they put him in a home pretty much because they really didn't charge him with anything because
Yeah.
he had no idea what he'd done. I mean, he still couldn't leave. He was under basically like house arrest in the home. And the sad thing is, every once in a while, he'd come to and ask for her.
Oh, wow.
I want to know why she left him and, crying about it. He didn't even realize he was the one that made her go
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And then the last week he was alive, he was alive by himself because his son couldn't handle it. And
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that was a sad.
Anyway, I suppose I would go eat before I starve to death.
Yeah, probably. You're looking a little gaunt there, Mike.
We'll see you guys again.
All right.
Thanks for
Take
having
it easy. Have a good night. Always good to see you.
Later.
Bye bye.
Oh, time is it? Yeah, it's already 9:30. Jeez.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut her down.
All right.
Thanks for being here, Anthony. Thanks to everybody in chat.
No problem. We'll see y'all later.
Stay safe out there, everybody.
Yeah, and if not, just run the other way.
Run like hell.
Later.
Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, fuck, pass his ass up too. Later.